Ethan Behrman is a radio talk show host based in Los Angeles, and Ian Pryor is communications director for American Crossroads. It's great to have you both as we were listening in on what was a colorful and spirited hearing. Ian, what do you think we learned?
Well, I think Representative Price did a good job. I mean, I think that when you're looking at Democrats and Republicans, both parties want to have a system where everybody can get health care, whether you're, of a higher income bracket, lower income bracket, or regardless of age or your station in life. The bottom line is, how do we get there? Obamacare mandates it. If you don't get insurance, you're taxed. Republicans, they want to incentivize it so that if you go out and you get health care, you get a tax break. And that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a change of system from a mandate system to an incentivization system. And I think it's going to, we'll see how that goes over the next couple of years, but I think it's an exciting time if you're for free market health care principles.
As an independent, Ethan, what do you think of it? Is that what you heard as well?
Well, No, I heard that we're not going to guarantee women's health because the specific issue of birth control is not related always to reproduction, but it also has health issues related to it. Republicans, especially the evangelical right, is not interested in that aspect of women's health. And on top of it all, I didn't hear anybody talking about connecting patients with doctors and getting insurance companies out of the middle, which is a big part of the bureaucracy that is causing issues for so many people.
Ian, what about the issue of women's health? Because that's something repeatedly that Democrats talk a lot about. Do you think the Republicans have enough of an answer about how they would approach this issue and what it would look like?
Yeah, look, I think Democrats have been playing the politics of division for a while. It's always, divide and conquer. We're going to talk about women's health. Women's health is obviously important. Nobody thinks that it isn't. There are Republican lawmakers that are women that are concerned about health care, that are concerned about health care reform. It is not something that is not going to be part of a replacement plan. It is a political talking point used by Democrats, and unfortunately, a lot of people end up buying into it.
The question is, Ethan, where do we go from here? And I guess I could pose that to you. What do you think is next, and what do you want to hear more of?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that most of these nominees are going to be confirmed. I really don't see that not happening. But what I would like to see is more conversation about not just free market, because, by the way, if you're talking about requiring people to have insurance for all, that's not necessarily free market either, Ian. And I really want to go back to this key point. Women's health is not fully covered under what the Republicans are talking about here, and we need to make sure that people do have health care available and don't just give me this thing that, well, we are covering and it's a talking point. It's not a talking point. It was just addressed in the hearing that Tom Price doesn't want to cover the pill, for example, which helps women with endometriosis, for example. These are big issues, so you need to cover all
He
Americans.
Never said he doesn't want to cover the pill.
Get out of it.
He never said that.
Yeah,
sure. It looks like we're herein lies where we are in this moment, which is looking for specifics about what a replacement plan would really look like, and really not having those specifics in black and white quite yet. As we mentioned, this is not a confirmation hearing. Quickly, I just want to mention that there's 7 nominees that the Republicans want to confirm on Friday when the inauguration is happening, and there's a question whether or not Democrats will grant that and allow this process to speed up and these nominees to be confirmed. And so we'll see what politics are at play there. Ethan, Ian, that's all we have time for. We appreciate it. We look forward to having you back. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jenna.
Thank you, Jenna.